And then the other one, and this is a little bit more recent to reference, is everyone knows about the Houston Astros sign stealing scandal when they won the World Series and they were banging on the trash can or whatever when certain pitches were coming. It's so obvious looking back at that, even as a fan. How did the MLB not know? They knew, and they chose to do nothing about it because ratings were good. And they had a giant market like Houston. I mean, it's one of the biggest cities in America, one of the biggest cities in the world. And with a diverse amount of culture there, you got people locked in and paying money to watch baseball. MLB is not going to do anything about it until they have to. So that's kind of like I said, that's some examples of where I could see other things that the MLB has let slide that are much more egregious than the shape of a bat. And that's one of the reasons I think this is a conspiracy. And then kind of like my last thing here, Jordee, and then I definitely want to hear what you have to say. Is something most people don't realize is how many times the bats have already changed in the MLB. So kind of on the other end of the argument here, right? Playing devil's advocate, they've had wooden bats in the past. They've had bamboo bats, aluminum bats, what they call hot bats, like a cork bat, which they've outlawed. And then there's also been other alterations they've had. And then even like certain weights that they were trying to put in the bats and stuff, and the MLB is shut down. But I think any professional sports organization, whether it's NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, it's always comes down to money. And if there's a situation that they have to tolerate or an exception they have to make for a while and call it legal to make money, they're going to do it. So I think this is just the newest version with the torpedo bat that is out there. So those are kind of my points on why this is a conspiracy in progress. We're seeing record home runs hit, great hits coming in, but what's the cost of the integrity of the game? So that's kind of how I feel about it, where I can see that this is just another ploy for the MLB to boost ratings and make money.